Hey everybody, it's Raisha Farmer, Arts Community Program Manager, back again. Just real quick, want to address the fact that our homegirl Delisha is not here to tell this quarter's story. We know that a lot of folks in Milwaukee were impacted by the flooding that happened a few weeks, a month ago. And a lot of families are still dealing with the impacts of the flooding, including our very own Delisha. So let's send our girl some love as she takes care of her family, her home, her loved ones, and herself. And you'll see her soon. You'll see her very soon, but I'm here to tell this quarter story in the meantime. So last I left y'all, we talked about how we were going internal with a group of 11 Northwest Side leaders. And so our 11 cohort leaders, a part of what they did in quarter two was learn. They took some training on basic organizing skills. Some of the trainings were just for those 11 folks. Some of those trainings were public. The cohort-only trainings were around everything from relationship building, how to make invitations and have one-on-ones, to how to power map, especially in the context of our Northwest Side asset map, to obviously campaign development as we are preparing to develop this campaign and have been working to develop it here in quarter three as well. In those trainings, those were virtual opportunities for our 11 leaders to just develop their skills so that they knew what it took to develop a campaign and what it was going to take to bring people in it and what it was going to take to succeed and run the campaign and win what we want, which is greater food access on the Northwest Side of Milwaukee and really throughout Milwaukee. I'm sure y'all have seen all the craziness with the pick and saves closing, even federally, the SNAP benefits are under attack, and all of that is affecting not just Northwest Side residents, but folks across the city that we hope to get engaged in this campaign moving forward. A really cool opportunity that we pursued was after we went through 7 weeks of training together, talking to the cohort about, okay, what did we learn? What did we take away? And what are we going to implement? We took our leaders out to dinner. We went to a dope Mexican restaurant on the Northwest Side, El Tenampa. And we talked about what people had learned, not only in this 7-week training series, but also in some public trainings as well. The conflict transformation series was one of the things we offered. We also offered an organizing training retreat in April publicly. The trainers there were our very own Executive Director, Marquesa Tucker-Harris, and our comrade, Tracy Corder, who's been doing amazing movement work, especially training up and coaching and facilitating sessions for organizers that are developing. She led a really dope session on power at that retreat as well in April. And that retreat had so much energy in the room. It was dope to see people hear the stories of how the leaders at AART, Marquesa, Devin Anderson, our campaign and membership director, and myself, like how we have practiced organizing over the years at AART, recent years, and how we brought people in, and how that informs the overall strategy of how we're organizing as an organization and what we're trying to invite our members and the people that we're bringing into AART, what we're trying to ask them to be up to as well to help us, bring more people into our movement, as we always say we need. And then to talk about power and how it looks different and how the messaging, even from where you stand positionally in power, how the messaging needs to look different, and how even when people don't completely align with you, you still have to be in conversation with those people to achieve what we want and movement. Lots of dope things that they mentioned learning in that dinner that we were so excited to try on in quarter three. And I can't wait until we tell y'all how that went. Another cool thing that we started in quarter two in our campaign development journey was we started canvassing. One way that we get out the word about what we're building and bring people into it is just by knocking some doors and talking to some people. So we started knocking doors in June, and just like anything that we've been up to on the Northwest Side, responses vary. We talked to people about their conditions in the community, what would help their community thrive, how greater food access on the Northwest Side might impact them. And so we were in a couple different areas in our June canvas. We canvassed that Friday and Saturday. And some residents were like, we thriving. I have access to food. I don't have no issues. Won't really impact me and my family because we go to the store and we get our groceries. We get in our car and we drive to Menominee and no big deal. But then In a different area on the Northwest side, folks talked about wanting to see more farmers markets. Folks talked about wanting to see even fruit stands on the Northwest side. When the last time you saw a fruit stand or a farmers market? Upwards of 76 in Capitol by Northridge. Hello? People talked about wanting to see local grocery stores that they could walk to. A lot of folks in parts of the Northwest side don't drive. And the Northwest side doesn't have sidewalks in a lot of places. And so, if you have a car and it's easy enough for you to drive to your nearest grocery store, then cool. Or across town and you don't mind that, then cool. But for some people, they don't have that. They don't have that access. They talked about also, I think one person, I was just looking at the notes, talked about wanting a delivery service, like Meals on Wheels or something, because there are grocery stores in Mequon and Menominee. And if we had some sort of service that could just bring the food to people, especially because there's a lot of elders and homeowners on the Northwest side, like a benefit from those services, people with different ability levels. And so we heard a range of sort of response to the work that we were doing. And we know that a part of our campaign also has to address education as a result. Education and developing communities of care in a spirit of solidarity on the Northwest side, so that people feel like the food access issue as a whole connects them more than it divides them. Thanks so much for another great Northwest Side Story viewership. We'll catch y'all in quarter 4 when we're talking about what we were up to in quarter 3. Y'all take care.